Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's 19th of November 2018 and I was riding to Igatpuri for a breakfast ride. Well, I didn't plan for a vlog and then I thought of a guy just 18 years old from Jodhpur who messaged me on Instagram telling that even he wants to become a rider and a motovlogger too. So, I just thought of making this video for him and other people who are, who wants to learn a bike and it would be their first bike. Okay, so let's start. We all learn bike before the age of 18 from our friends or our dad or our relatives, and then we apply for a license once we are 18 or 18 plus. See, telling about myself, I learned riding bike on a 100cc Suzuki Samurai when I was in 9th standard, that is in 2009. Of course, when you were learning, you might have learned on a 100cc or 150cc motorcycle. In some cases, like people who have a Royal Enfield or 200cc or a 250cc bike on those days, they might have learned on that. But if you start from the basic like 100cc, then after years you buy 150cc and then jump to 200cc, you get to know the difference between the power of each bike you ride from the day you start learning from 100cc bike, because 100cc in first gear goes till 15 km per hour and 150 goes till 25 kilometers to 30 kilometers per hour, and a 200cc goes to 25 kilometers per hour to 35 kilometers per hour on first gear. See, the main funda is how you control your bike. In case if you jump directly to a 200cc bike and start learning on it, and soon after you learn riding you get a confidence that you learn the bike fully, that's actually wrong. And after few months or the another year you buy a higher cc bike which may increase your value in your area or your locality, but if you are on the top speed and you cannot control it, so like God knows what would happen. So it's better to ride a smaller cc bike. You get used to the speed, braking, urgent braking, corners, the position you sit, and I suggest you ride for at least more than 2 years on a 150cc or a 200cc bikes. Well, ride on all types of road that you get to know about how Indian roads and how Indian traffic are, and you also come across the Indian people like while they cross the road. And in India there are like what do we say, there are dogs and some animals coming in between, so you should be that experienced in the road conditions and of course on braking. Well, I rode my dad's bike, for almost 4 years, and then I jumped to a higher cc bike. I gained a good experience riding on ghats and rough roads and even straight roads as well. I know you guys might think once you ride a higher cc bike you get used to a speed and then slowly you can control it. But tell me one thing, school में टीचर ने directly ABCD लिखने दिया या टीचर taught you holding your hand how to draw a slant line, how to draw a straight line and then horizontal line? तभी second या third में आके you guys learned ना how to write A और बाकी के alphabets कैसे लिखते हैं. So वैसे ही learn from the basic and not directly jumping to a higher class vehicle. See, when I jumped to a high-cc bike, I was already in a riding group called Burn, which is in Mumbai, where I got to learn many things about how to ride a bike, the corners, and there are some professional people who ride on tracks. There are people who have 1200cc bikes as well. So, talking to them, looking at the way they ride, the corners, the important part is safety. See, when you get a good experience in riding, you choose your bike. Like say after 4 to 5 years, you get enough of experience like what type of rider are you. See, if you like to tour, buy a touring bike, like you got BMW GS 1200 and then you got Tiger Triumph, you got Kawasaki Versys and you got the Ducati as well. And suppose if you like touring plus sports, you have Kawasaki 1000. You have Kawasaki 1000 and you have also 650cc in that. And suppose if you wanna go to a lower budget bike, you can also buy a Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is like around 400cc bike. See, before you buy a bike, okay, I want you guys to invest in safety gears, okay, like buy a good helmet, not costing like 5,000 or 6,000 rupees helmet. Go to a good helmet, because your brain is the most important part, okay. And then you invest in buying a good jacket or leathers, and then gloves or good gloves, and riding pants and riding boots as well. And also I would like to tell you one thing: you have many friends who will tell you to buy a higher cc bikes, but you know your experience in riding, and also you know your weight. If you weigh some around 40 to 50 kgs, and if you are skinny and you buy a bulky bike like say, I would not name them, but just imagine, एक तो शूट नहीं करेगा, एंड अगर गिरोगे तो बाइक उठाने नहीं होएगा. सो प्लान एंड बाय looking at everything, okay. You will find many buntai riders and getting entertained doing speeding and cuts with other bikes or cars, people, and that's actually wrong. I will share my experience with you. When I used to ride with my group, and my group people have all types of bike, like with Yamaha RX100 to the BMW S1000RR. So whenever we are up with full gears, other buntai riders think of chasing us, whereas they don't know if we throttle, how would if we throttle, they would never find us, that we can go up to that speed. So just stay calm and focus on your riding, or else you meet with an accident because of those idiotic riders who just don't know anything about riding a bike, as well as they don't even wear a helmet. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you like it. If you're still watching my video, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and if you have any queries, just comment down below.